What's telomerase? Well, telomerase is a little pool of DNA at the end of the strands of the DNA that keeps it from coming unraveled like the tips of a shoelace do. I think those are called dendrites, those little caps at the end of a shoelace, but it's irregardless. What I'm saying is that you get about 80 replications of your DNA within your lifetime on average, and each time there's a replication, a little bit of that telomerase goes away, and once it reaches a certain point, you die. But here's the thing about middle-aged men. If middle-aged men sire children, then it puts more telomerase on the ends of the DNA of their children. And also, if women in their 20s sire children, then it puts more telomerase at the ends of the DNA. Now, no scientific experiment can prove this, but what I'm saying is if you combine two telomerasing individuals together, wouldn't that make the strongest possible DNA in a child? It would seem so, wouldn't it? Interracial seems to create more health, more longevity, and more intelligence in a child. There's a lot of mixed race examples of that. Barack Obama was intelligent. Beyonce has a lot of talent. Tiger Woods has a lot of talent. And these are mixed race individuals, and that puts more telomerase on the ends of the DNA by having mixed race. I don't know why, it just does. So if you're going to have a healthy child, you should get with middle-aged men if you're in your 20s. If you're going to have the healthiest possible child, that is, from my understanding of this. Because even Michio Kaku talks about this, and I think that it might be kind of like the fountain of youth. They say it's not the fountain of youth, but it does confer more health, longevity, and intelligence in your children to have more telomerase on the ends of the DNA. That's indisputable. So it really is the fountain of youth. You're not going to live forever on it, of course, but you are going to live longer than average if your dad was between the ages of 35 and 55 when you were born, and your mom was between the ages of 18 and 25 when you were born. You're going to live longer. You're obviously going to be healthier, and you're going to be more intelligent than average. So if that's you, you might want to realize that the reason that you're you is because of these telomerase individuals that got together. Date me. Date me now. Date me now and forever. Because I think that myself being 45, that puts me at the plateau point like a 21-year-old woman would be at the plateau point of telomerase. And if you want healthy children, well, I'm here. That's if you want. I don't really care. I'll still date you even if you don't want to have children. I'm only going to date Gen Z. I'm only going to date women that are between 18 and 25. It doesn't mean that I'm going to break up with you when you're 26. I'm not Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm saying when the relationship starts, you're between 18 and 25. Because the reproductive system has that telomerase. There's also a sort of a pull. I don't know if that's through the Van der Waals force or what. But there is a sort of pull between middle-aged men and women in their 20s anyway that often gets ignored because of societal reasons. But I think that if you were to swing up and talk to one of these women, you would realize that women hardly ever get approached in public anymore because young men these days are a bunch of pussies. Or they're not. But there's a lot of pussies within the young men range these days that don't approach women in public because they got Tinder. And they can use Tinder, and they can use Bumble, and they can use Hinge. I got no luck on that shit. I got no luck on the internet, because the internet people don't want to date me for some goddamn reason, because I don't have enough money. I got a message the other day from somebody on Tinder that said, "Spoil me, daddy." And she sent the Cash App. No, that's not what we're doing. I'm not a bank, and I'm not your pet.